Hello, happy Friday. How we doing? Back with more Last Epoch Season 2. We're going to be starting a brand new character night. We're going to be imposing a challenge on myself, but I enjoy doing it. What it is we're going to be doing solo character found hardcore. That means when I die, your character does go to a soft core, but it will keep the solo character found tag. However, I don't usually play the character once it's dead because I feel like that's cheating. So it is solo, which means no multiplayer. Character found. That means it's only the gear we find in this run. And then hardcore is that permadeath aspect there that we talked about. I have a poll up on YouTube, and we've already got some votes in here, it looks like. We don't even know what class we're going to be playing yet. We're actually going to be spinning the wheel here in a few minutes. We'll let some people get in here that want to see the wheel spin live. We'll see what class it's going to land on here. We already got a vote in here. I'm asking, what level will I make it to? Again, we don't know what class yet. We'll find out here in a few minutes. And your options are not even level 20. Don't vote for that. Level 20, level 40, or level 60 plus. So if you vote the 20 to 40, whatever. I guess I could have been more specific in there. But anyway, get your votes in. What level will I make it to? Solo character found hard or Last Epoch Season 2. Really crazy. We've been following the game since 2019, man. 6 years, about as old as the YouTube channel. We've been following Last Epoch, and I just kind of had like a realization that that's true. Like, that's crazy to me. It does not feel like 6 years, and it's always the game, the action RPG that I go back to. And there's just something about that. It resonates with me really well. And that's kind of why I like doing these challenges here, just to kind of spice it up, you know, so. Let's go ahead and jump here into the wheel. The Wheel of Doom, or Wheel of Fate, whatever you want to call it. And you yourself can go spin the wheel and allow me to pick your class for you. You play the video, and whenever you pause it, whatever one I'm doing the Vanna White to is your class. Now, when I set this up, I actually didn't even mean to have the masteries in there, really. I really was just having it set for the base class. So there's a couple rules that I'm setting for myself tonight. If we land on Sentinel, I'm going to respin. We're not playing a Sentinel. That's all I've played this season. I want to switch it up. Other than that, though, the fate is in the wheel's hand. What will it be? I should have one of my kids come down and tell me when to pause it, so we know it's not rigged. Give me a sec. We might just do that, actually. I should have planned this out ahead of time, huh? But let me call and see if anyone's available here, so that we know there's no, like, I've calculated or nothing like that. Give me a minute. Go ahead and vote in that poll while you wait if you want to. What level will I make it to? Hey. We doing Mr. Exile? How have I enjoyed Last Epoch? This season's been amazing. I love the end game changes. I'm loving the end game changes, and this is the first season, or really first time ever, really, in Last Epoch that I've pushed corruption at all. So I've really enjoyed it. I have the. Hey, you gonna help me out? Okay, so we're gonna spin the wheel. You know about the wheel. I got my son down here. He's off the camera, but he's gonna help us here. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna tell me, you're gonna say stop, and when you say stop, I'm gonna pause it. And whatever class it lands on, I have to play. But if it lands on Sentinel, so that guy right there, we're going to respin it. Are you going to look at the wheel, or are you going to look away, you think? You're going to... Okay. All right, so whenever you say stop, I'm going to pause it. And that's the class I have to play. Are we ready? Okay. It'll land on... Which one is that? Is that Primalist? All right, he called it. My son called it. It's Primalist. Good job, actually. I love Primalist is one of my top favorite classes. Thank you, good sir. Have fun up there and enjoy your snack. Well, that's one way to do it. It's not rigged. We landed on Primalist. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to make a brand new Primalist. Make sure I got everything. Oh, man, I had a feeling. I felt like, so I've been thinking about this all afternoon. I'm like, man, it's probably going to land on Rogue again, which I leveled up last night on the stream. Which I honestly would have been cool with that. But Primalist. I don't even know. How are we going to take this thing, man? How are we going to do it? Oh, look at me. I don't even have the game open yet. Let's open the game, too. Oh, man. No, I'm loving the new season. I love the crafting. The crafting changes. This is the first season I've ever, like I said, pushed corruption. This is the first season I've ever like really dove really deep into crafting and utilized like all the different and there's so many new runes too with crafting. It's really crazy. Like when I find an exalted item that even has like one good roll on there, I get super pumped. And even if it doesn't have a good roll, I get pumped because you can re-roll the affix that rolled exalted. You can re-roll it into potentially a useful one. So I love it, man. I get real giddy like it's Christmas morning again as a kid. Oh, when an exalted drops. All right, let's jump into last Epoch. We landed on the Primalist. I thought it was on the line, but he called it. What are we got? I don't even know what I want to play skill-wise here. Ooh, we got another vote in the poll. Someone thinks I'll make it past level 60. That's good, man. I don't know if I've ever made it that far on hardcore, to be honest. All right, we're going to do seasonal Primalist. And we're going to name him, this is my second solo character found hardcore 2. My second challenge. I'll move this so you can actually see that I'm selecting the challenges. If I can remember to move that back. Here, I'll make it roll. Clean looking. All right. So we're going to do hardcore, and we're going to do character founds. There's account found or character found, and I think I covered it earlier, but just to revisit here. So solo character found is literally the gear we find on this character. Now, you'll see some people play solo account found, and sometimes I do as well. But with that mode, if you find an item on one of your hardcore characters, you can then give it to one of your other hardcore characters through the shared stash. But we're not doing that. We're doing solo character found. A Primalist. Oh boy.
In the beginning, there was darkness.
I don't know what build. So usually when I play Primalist, I will run totems, but I think this time around I don't want to do totems. I don't want to do totems. What else is there? I'm trying to think. I've always wanted to do a Maelstrom build, but I feel like that's pretty risky in hardcore. I guess we'll kind of just see what the game gives us, too. We got to remember we don't have all our insane crafting items. We shall see. Go ahead and vote in the YouTube poll. What level will I make it to? Now that you know it's Primalist, you can maybe have a better guess. I don't know. We'll say this. Primalist is probably my most played class. We'll see. We'll see. My goal is at least the very first timeline complete. That's my goal. What's copper? So that's going to be our health regen. Okay. This is going to be really hard for me. I'm so used to playing Primalist in just a really aggressive manner, just going in there. This is going to be hard for me. The Gathering Storm. That was one of the newer abilities they added, and I'm trying to remember. It has... Does this one scale off of spell? Yeah, the Storm Bolt deals spell lightning damage. We have melee lightning and spell lightning. Throw it on there, see if it's any good. I'm scared, not gonna lie. And I don't have any of my crafting shards either. It feels so weird. Did I grab the secret item too that makes the game even harder? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. The Gathering Storm. We have Leap. Leap I feel like is going to get me into trouble, although we could use it to get out of trouble if I wanted to. Really, I have no idea how we're going to take it. How we're going to take the Primalist. I almost said the Druid, but not yet. We don't know. I could do like a Spriggan caster thing. That would be chill. I haven't done that for a while. The very last time I actually tried a Spriggan build, there was no skill tree in the game for Spriggan form. I remember I leveled it up and I was so sad there was no skill tree yet. Maybe I should do that. Here's our leap.
When you arrive, are you name? Come.
We're on hardcore, so we're definitely going for those health nodes. Gonna be going for health, resistances, help get that set up early on.
Smoke.
There we go. Okay, so that means, well, if we're gonna run this Gathering Storm, we're gonna need that lightning damage right out of the gate. Last Epoch on console. Yeah, it's coming out for Xbox, I think, isn't it? Later down the track. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't even know if it's on console.
Impossible.
Must not be. I like it, man. It's just so, it's like you have PoE 2 and then this is on the other end of it where you still have the like deep customization, but the combat is just drastically different in my opinion. I feel like Last Epoch, I don't want to talk smack because I'm gonna die if I do, but I feel like the combat is more hack and slashy on Last Epoch, whereas PoE 2 it's trying to be more of the less hacky and slashy. Not really slower, but you know what I mean.
Where'd you learn to fight?
No rest for the wicked. Not quite to that extent, but alright, there's totems. We're gonna give myself some grace. We'll use totems, so I don't think I'm gonna 100%. I think that's why I enjoy it too. It's just you can actually breathe, dude. It's chill. See, I like totems because I can use my wolf to shout. Oop. And buff the totems, but how do we want to take this? What do I want to spec into?
See you ahead.
So we can do swipe. I don't know. I'm kind of curious with Gathering Storm. Like, is it... I've never really used it as much as I've ever wanted to. When you use Gathering Storm and hit one enemy, you gain a storm stack. Every second, you expend a stack to cause a storm bolt to strike a nearby enemy. The interval is reduced by 2% for every stack you have. Okay, so we would obviously want attack speed. Chance to shock. Oh, nice. Nah, I haven't touched on December for a long time. We landed on Primalist, man. Yes, we did. My son came down and he called it. He told me when to pause it, so there was no gimmicks. There was nope, it was the Wheel of Fate. I had no choice. I had no choice. The only rule was no Sentinel. That goes against that. Yeah, no, I haven't touched on December since it like first came out. Shock reduces lightning resistance by 5% and increases the chance the target will be stunned. A shock can stack up to 10 times. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Interested in this. So, stun chance. Yeah, I got noob trapped into that on the Void Knight, so I don't know if I want to get trapped into that again. Here we go. Gathering Storm deals additional spell damage per melee damage on your equipped axe or mace. That's interesting. Okay, that'd be one way to scale that. Melee attack deals damage in a larger area, and you have a chance to gain an additional storm stack if you hit at least 3 enemies. Okay. I think I kind of want to go this way for the attack speed, but I feel like the shock chance is going to be really good. We'll go up. Yeah, let's spec into this. And then we'll come down here to Tempest Weapon, I believe. Because then we can scale those bolts as well. You can convert it to physical, convert it to cold. What's this? Whenever you directly use Gathering Storm, you gain mana. Oh, that's interesting. Stun and freeze. The monetization still sucks. Oh, they changed the pet. Wow, I never would have thought they would have ever done that. That's crazy. On Undecember. Oh, man, when did I... So that game came out when the twins were born, so it's been, what, 2.5 years now? Is it weird I base my life timeline around video game releases? Don't answer that. Gathering Storm's hits have a chance to consume mana to grant additional storm stacks. So how much mana could it consume? Okay, 6. Well, if we're not mana starved, maybe. Lightning penetration would be good. Okay, portion of your current mana deal more damage. Dual wielding. Nice. I feel better now. If you have 1 to 15 stacks, your minions... Okay, we're not scaling minions right now. Stormbolt. Whenever you expend a storm stack, you have a chance to cast Stormbolt. Ooh, an additional... Okay, we definitely want that. If I die while I'm doing my build planner, I'm going to be depressed. Alright, the very first one's Gathering Storm. We're going to go for Shock Chance. And then we're going to go for that scaling spell damage. And then I wanted to come over here to extra Stormbolt chance, lightning penetration. Don't forget our attack speed. And then mana consumption for more damage. Whenever you expend a storm stack while dual wielding, you now cast Stormbolts at 2 enemies instead of 1. That's pretty wild. Whenever you hit a boss or rare enemy, Gathering Storms deals more damage, and you expend stacks more frequently, but the bolts target enemies in a smaller area. We don't really want that. Maelstrom chance. Oh, here we go. That might help us maintain our stacks. All right, we'll keep that up for now. See how that goes. What's up, Grabbing? How we doing? Stacking Maelstrom is really fun. Never tried Gathering Storm. Yeah, I've never tried it either. We'll find out. Yep. Does Tempest Strike still exist, I think? Yeah, Tempest Strike still exists. I think it was a straight-up brand new skill when they added Shaman, but I could be wrong. Started talking about games and realized they weren't even born. Yeah. I know what you mean, dude. Now that my younger cousins are now getting older, I'm referencing stuff and they're they have no idea. Health. I know that's given minion health too, so it's probably not the best node for what I'm trying to run, but
Sounds like a good. Now speaking of.
yeah, I think Primalist is my most played. Usually I do totems. But Maelstrom I know is really, really powerful too. But I've always wanted to try Gathering Storm, so we'll see. I probably shouldn't be experimenting with stuff while I'm on hardcore, but this is what it is. Ooh, we could grab. Yeah, obviously, because it's a one-hander. Then I gotta figure out how to unlock dual wielding. That's gotta be in the tree. Okay, we can get that. We can get that pretty early, and then there was something else in here. So we're going to have to use an axe or a mace, basically. That's what we're going to have to do for that node. So we could set up a really early loot filter if we wanted to. First roll, what's up, Dizzy? I had my son come down and he told me when to pause. And, whoa, we're split over on the polls. Oh my gosh, you guys, some of y'all have faith in me. That's good, that's good. No, this is probably my 5th character this season. 2nd hardcore run. But very first Primalist this season, so there's that. I have 2 Void Knights, Rogue, a Warlock. Is that it? Oh, I also have a Druid as well. No, we called my son down so there'd be no gimmicks. I really thought it was going to land on Rogue. I'm actually surprised it was Primalist. I'm cool with it though. We could set up an early loot filter if I want to, but we'll keep it open for now. I don't want to screw myself over and miss out on something. I'm literally early enough to like anything. Anything is good. we could filter out some base types that I don't need, I guess. Alright, get me out of this. My biggest fear is I'm gonna get really stupid with my leap. Lightning damage. Okay, okay. Maybe we'll shatter that one. I'm just trying to think. I know... Ooh. A lot of damage. Ooh, nice. Vitality helmet. Yeah, there's... Oh, what is it? Tempest Strike. I think there's a lightning element in there. Let's do a lightning something. I don't really want to commit to a mastery yet either. We'll just see what we're feeling. Maybe we'll get lucky and get some crazy unique or something. I should not be doing skills and stuff while I'm running through. I kind of want to look at that passive tree a little bit. I think, I don't know. We're just going to go into health. We're going to go into health for now. What if I can jump this? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And of course it was a gold shrine. Give me literally anything else. Melee attack speed, we'll take it. I might... What was this one? 11. We're not going to really worry about that one yet. The Tempest Strike is the next level. I'm wondering if with Gathering Storm, what I might want to do is go into one of those abilities that makes it cost more mana. And then have this be more of a spender. It ain't dying. Go right into the fire breath. That's where we need to be, right? Why was that so stressful? Spell damage, we'll take that. Wow. Wow. I don't usually see upgrades that I actually need. Okay, and then we got our shrine we'll grab before we go to the storerooms. Very minor upgrade, but we'll take it. Another gold shrine? What in the world, man? It's trying to stack me up so I can buy some shattering runes. Gotta be it. I don't know. This Gathering Storms feels very underwhelming. Hopefully as we ramp it up, you can see the stacks there. I need to get those to spend faster. What is their druid? I like doing the druid. The beetle form's really fun. I feel like if I'm going lightning, I'm going to end up shaman. I feel like that's just how it's going to go down. I guess there's no problem with that, really. Another point. And the other one won't work unless I have an axe or a mace on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's going to take one time. Because if we're going to run a melee build, you can get some pretty good life leech through melee. I know that. But it's just, yeah, it's going to be armor, resistances, health. Because with this one, I have to actually hit something in melee. That's kind of the scary part. Alright. Beastmaster Bear. Is that what I should do? Should I do minions? I told myself I'm not doing totems, but that doesn't mean I couldn't do a Beastmaster. I could do... yeah, we could do a bear. We could do... I like minions. Minions are really fun. I don't know if I've done an actual bear Beastmaster. I feel like I've done the... Is it like... Is Raptors one of them or something like that? That was probably 2 years ago, so it's probably changed. I don't know, yeah, because I don't want to get... I feel like I don't want to go into Shaman. Wow. Wow, okay, so HP regen can be that good, okay. I was wondering, and then... But it's like, even like life regen, all these are great until you get hit for 5k damage. And then you're like... That's it. Like, even after resistances and everything, and you still... And then it's like... Bro. I feel like that's a lot of health. Okay, we can get our dual wield here, which will make it so I take more damage. That'll be good. Well, maybe we'll look into health regen. I guess we're just going to have to go off what the game gives us. Do I even need to dual wield? That's the other thing, too, because that one note is just axe or maces. It doesn't say anything about dual wield unless we go to the bottom middle part of the tree. If you dual wield, it hits more enemies, basically, with your bolts. I feel like that would be decent. We'll look into that. We'll look into it. I'm allowed to use totems. I'm just not going to spec into them. It's my self-imposed challenge. Sometimes there's a shrine down here you can snag for this little whatever wave thing, but I don't see it over there. I feel like I've done totems too much. Try something new. Maybe I'll learn something. True. Totems are just great in general.
Oh dear, it isn't safe.
And then you got my wolf shouting and buffing up the totems as well. It's just awesome.
Well, tell you what, let's get out of here.
Escape the vault.
These dogs are hardly worth it if you don't know why your life is after us.
What I should... Oh, never mind. I'm solo. I was going to say what I should do is... we get a waypoint to the end of time so I can gain a bunch of levels. Yeah, I got it going. This sounds so awesome. Being able to scale the... or benefit from the both skill trees. I think this sounds so awesome. So when I was thinking about tonight, I was secretly hoping that it would land on Acolyte. That was my hopes, my dreams. And then I thought, no, it'll land on Rogue, because they know that I was playing it last night and dying a bunch, and so they want to screw me over. And then we ended up getting Primalist, so like, it really is just purely random. Let's see how far we make it. Yeah, we're going to grab the shrine. Fireball. Grab my dual wield. And I don't even know if I have... yeah, we got 2 axes in there. We'll pop them on when we're not fighting stuff. Okay, that one we're probably going to need... stun chance, so 22. It's going to be... okay. Melee lightning damage. Don't have any shattering runes yet either. Okay. We'll hold out till I get a better one-handers. We'll make the jump. And then I wonder if it's like Rogue where you can actually do more damage if you're dual wielding and whatnot. Like you can put an extra 5 or 6 points into that. Silver ring, big boy upgrades. Maybe we'll get a rune of discovery, make a rare. Hopefully it rolls all 4 perfect affixes. You imagine the power we would wield. It's scary. Melee is scary. I'm almost wondering if I should have gone to attack speed first instead of shock chance. I'm kind of regretting that. Or my little trick for this area I always do. When they're talking and doing the whole boring stuff where the guy gets taken away, just run and grab the chest while you wait. And then they're done screwing around when you get back. GG's. Okay, I gotta actually talk to him and start it though, rip. Ignore all that. I think that one was actually pretty freaking good. Too bad it's two-handed though. Oh yeah, cosmetics. This is always the part where I'm like, oh yeah. Always when I see the base portal, I'm like, oh yeah, let's get it. Yeah, I have an ultra wide, but I had to scale it down to 1080 so I could stream with it. I got a nice ultra wide curved and everything, but it's scaled down to 1080 for the stream with it. It's awkward. Oh, I guess I missed that one. Are there any other? Oh, they have a totem cosmetic. Nice. Whoa, that's pretty freaking cool. Oh, the footsteps is what I was thinking of, the trail. I always like these. I'll go with my COF cape. Haven't ran that one in a while. We'll go back to this one for memory's sake. Woven Legend. There we go. Now we're all pimped out. Welcome back to another episode of Pimp My Character. This is Exhibit. Great show. Okay. So we can get one shattering. Ooh. Cast speed wouldn't benefit us really, though. Throwing damage, no. Melee, so that's going to be shatter. Man, if only that was on a different base item. Stun chance, melee cold. Yeah, we're not going to be dual wielding until I actually have the right items for it. Health on melee hits. That might be a good shatter as well. Lightning damage. I guess I could have kept that one, but I don't know. I don't really want to shatter just this one item, you know what I mean? I'll make it green. Sword's tempting. Let me see. Was there anything I could buy in here that was decent? Buy another ring. That'd be good. 3% more movement speed. Necrotic damage. Grab that one. A little fire resistance won't hurt. Physical. Sure. I believe that scales off attunement, right? Strength. Oh, okay. So the melee part is strength and the spell is attunement. Interesting. I'm going to have to remember that somehow. Let's see. Melee. I doubt this will be an upgrade. No, but we're going to get... See, I don't need the ignite. The health on kill and health on melee hit, I feel like, is probably better. Even though this one was a little more damage. We'll hold on to it. I don't think it'll be that noticeable.
Impossible. Everything okay? What we there? You stay safe. Stay alive.
Dual wield, let's see. There's health regen. Every 3 seconds, your next hit restores your health. Or we could go into strength so we could get more, which also has the health regen. We'll go with more health for now. I think that's the play. Don't I usually go to the Forgotten... Oh no, we already ran through all that. Forgot we already been playing. What's up, Patrick? Yes. Yes, and we spun the wheel of fate. My son told me when to pause. There was no gimmicks. And it even kind of landed on a line, and he made the call that it was Primalist. Ooh, check the YouTube poll. Majority says I'll make it past level 60. Y'all got some faith in me. That's a good feeling. I've never made it to level 60 on hardcore, I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't think I have. In all the 6 years, I don't think I have. Maybe this will be the one. We're going to be prioritizing defenses this playthrough. I feel like that's a smart move. Okay, what do I want to specialize into? Yeah. Literally. I should really get in the habit of teleporting to town when I look at my tree. But then it resets the zone you're in, man. Ain't about that. Let's see. What do we want to go? I kind of want to do Tempest Strike. Yeah, let's, what's this? Is there anything good in this? I don't want to go into that. We'll just go into Wolf for now, and then I'm going to respec it once we get, to level 10, and then we'll drop that. What subclass? Yeah, I don't know yet. So, no, it's funny. When I made the wheel, I just literally made it for the base classes. And then after everyone was sending me screenshots and other people started using it and stuff, I guess my arm kind of points through a mastery, and I can't recall. I'd have to go back and check where we paused. But when I made the wheel, it wasn't even intended for the mastery class, but yes, we could do that. I'd have to go back and see where it landed. Because it was right on the tip, so whatever the bottom part of Primalist is, probably the one I landed on. But no, I like to just go through and just kind of see how it plays out and what I'm getting. Because it's character found, so it's literally, you know, it's going to depend on what gear we get, too. But what I thought would be crazy to do for myself would be... I'll probably never do this, but I thought it'd be interesting if we had a wheel for, like, almost everything. So, the base class, and then when you get to level 20, you have to spin it again to pick your mastery. So you have no idea. You literally have no idea. And then, like, for each time you unlock a new skill specialization, you have to spin the wheel to decide what skill you go into. Like, just pure RNG, and on hardcore. I think that could be completely stupid. Might be fun. I don't know. You could really get screwed over with that. Yeah, I love it. I've always used the Wheel of Fate. I always wanted to make that little wheel video. It's always been on something I want to do. I'm so glad I finally just did it. I would always go to the wheel picker website and then, you know, type it all in, and then it was just kind of, didn't feel very special, you know. My wife even liked the wheel video. She actually even liked the video, which is awesome. Usually she's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea. But that one she understood. I should go down to attack speed there, but we're going to leave it. Since we're using axes anyway, we'll get that spell damage benefit there. We won't really be missing out on anything. Yeah. But you'd have to set it up so that, like, I'd probably just use the wheel picker website if I were to go that crazy with it. Because you'd have to have the wheel picker choose what skills are actually unlocked at that threshold, right? Because you unlock your first skill specialization at, what is it, 4, and then your next one's 8 or something, and then 20. You know, and at level 4 you only have access to, like, you know, 3 skills or whatever it is. And if you rolled it and it was like a skill you couldn't even get, you know, it'd be kind of dumb. That would literally, that'd be your roguelike version of the game right there, I guess. Extreme roguelike. Shout. There we go. One more level and then we can go into, I think we're going to try Maelstrom. Or whatever it's called. Tempest Strike, not Maelstrom. Ooh, Warcry is awesome. I love Warcry. Forgot about that ability. Melee lightning, and we don't really need physical. Spell, don't need that. Did that one sell? No, none of these sell for anything. Melee cold. I need to filter out some of the crap base items. Health on melee hit. I don't want the bleed though. Melee lightning and health on kill. That's definitely a shatter. Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. I don't really care about the minion stuff. Stun chance and attack speed. I thought about going shield, but I feel like that's the easy way out. Whoa, look at the armor on that one. That's pretty impressive. Melee attack speed. Actually, I should have taken that ring, probably. Ignite, health on kill. That was not terrible. Oh, get out of here. Let's see. Melee. Attack speed. I feel like attack speed's going to be an upgrade. Yeah, 3. Oh my gosh. How is that so much more damage? Oh, yeah. No brainer. Then let's shatter some of these down here. So then what we can do is we can come into here and we can throw on that melee lightning damage that I just scrapped. We can throw that on here. And we were 88 DPS before. Now we're going to be up to 95. Not a massive jump, but we'll take it. I only got one of the shards, so I can't really plus that up. And we don't really need dexterity. Let's see what we can roll instead. Strength or attunement. Or vitality, I'll take it. I'll take the vitality. Give us a little bit of health. And then let's hope we don't die. I don't know if I have a Primalist starter. That, I don't want to go off that one. That's a different one. That was for my druid. Primalist. Oh, we don't need starter in there. Okay. What do we need to do first? We need to hide the item types of scepters. Really knows though I want to hide these, to be honest. Because if you got an insane amount of spell damage, you could scale your lightning bolts pretty crazy. Let's just hide the 2 hands then. And then what we can do to make sure we don't totally screw ourselves over is you can put in, obviously we want to show all of these. I'm not gonna really be stressed about rare right now. But then what I also like to do is since we're really early on, we're gonna set up a recolor here for specific affixes that we're hunting for, because we already know right now we are looking for attunement, we're looking for strength, we're looking for lightning damage, lightning penetration. You could also go for that one if you want. We're also looking for where we could do shared, but we also want the melee lightning damage. I don't think does shock do damage over time? I don't believe it does. No, it does not. It just kind of buffs them. But then we can look here. So then these would all go basically into our shattering tab. So if we get like a really good like an affix shrine or something like that, we could hopefully get some shattering runes in there. What else was I looking for? Melee. Then None of those. And then anything with health. Thought I was getting attacked. I did not save all those. Shouldn't be doing this while I'm in a map. Okay. And then I can't remember, there wasn't any specific in there. And then health. If you ever find hybrid health that has plus and then also increased, literally both on there, it's really good. We could do health on kill. We could do health regen. We could see how we could crank that up. And then update it. We'll just do that for now since we're so early on. But the next step's going to be adding in a little bit more of a strict one, and I usually would make it blue. And then I'd add in resistances as well, and then I would make it roll 2 or more affixes out of that list. But right now, this is literally just to tell me, like, hey, this might be good. And then I mean, we could hide stuff that's not in the filter, but keeping an eye out. Again, super OCD stuff. Oh no, do I fight it? I'm scared. Things are hard early on. We'll fight it. I just don't want to die. Throw all this garbage out. Alright. Trying to snipe me. I see ya. I see ya. Wow. Bunch of crap. Maybe we should make that a little bit strict. If we're getting crazy drops still, I'll bump it up to like 2 affixes. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, dude, the loot filter is so powerful too. I love it. We're not even gonna add affixes into this, or resistances. We're just gonna literally go like that. So we know if it's blue, it's probably. Green is like, probably shatter it. Blue's like, yeah, it's probably an upgrade. That's how I always do my loot filters. I don't know. I set it up like an MMO where it's green, blue, and then usually I don't even. I guess I usually do green, blue, yellow, and then red. And green's usually for shatters, and then yeah. And then what's really nice is once you're getting so many, like once you have a filter and you have all these different things in there, you can turn certain ones, you can straight turn them off. You can just go in there and uncheck mark them. It's really nice. So you don't have to remember all your settings and whatnot. Yeah, I like making my own. I find it fun. Oh, I forgot about this boss. What's up?
You're here for the Epoch. Reaching me was impressive, but it's mine. Go, member wing.
Get 'em, boys. Love that stun. Warcry is so good. I feel like we're probably going to work that one in here.
The Epoch is ours. Raya, aid me.
Stuff added to last Epoch. The biggest thing for me is the tombs. When you're running through the endgame echoes, those new side areas, the tombs or whatever, I don't feel incentivized to run them. I usually just straight up avoid them because they don't really give me anything. I wish they gave like more stability or even just literally any incentive to go in there, because once you have your idle enchants, it's like, sure, you can get more of the currency you need to buy the maps or whatever, but for me, I don't, like on the Void Knight, I just straight up skipped all those tombs. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I mean, really, I really don't have many real criticisms, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I love it. It's great. I think the end game, I feel like they improved the end game drastically. Don't get me wrong, but with the whole corruption thing, it's not in a bad place actually. There's really not much I can say other than it sometimes feels like a grind. But I mean, it's an action RPG. You're gonna hit that. It's just part of it. Melee, physical, and stun. Okay, yeah, we're gonna. If it's green, I don't think I'm gonna totally geek out on it like I was here because kind of dumb. Let's add in. We could add that into item types, I guess.
Prayers be with you.
Why isn't that one showing now? Melee attack speed. Do not have that in there. A new class. Dude, my mind would be blown. It's a hard one. I feel like they cover so many different things, like, because even with Druid, you have so many different choices with shapeshifting. Yeah. Well, and speaking of good loot early on, the Nemesis, gives insane gear. Attack speed. Okay, we didn't have that in there. That's why. So we need to find one. Mana regen, ward decay, health regen. I mean, it's an upgrade down the board. We should probably take the resistances, though. Vitality and strength. I'm gonna figure this out. Ooh, the health one. Any damage. I guess what I could do... Yeah, the order of it does matter. So, like, here, I'll show you. So, we'll just do these two items. So, this one has vitality. So, we're going to add one. I'll just show you. This is confusing. So, the ones you want to have. So, vitality right here. And we're going to... Just for this, we're going to make it pink. You can see your vitality is pink. And then this one's going to be another recolor. We'll do this one as red. With health. Basically, the ones at the top, it just goes through that order. Like, if it doesn't meet that criteria, it goes on to the next type deal. What's 0 happens? I put health in there. There we go. So, you can see... I don't remember where I was going with this. Well, never mind. My example doesn't work. But if you had, like this one, right? So if I have, I'm going to get rid of these. Your more rare ones you want at the top. So if it has 2 affixes, it's blue. But if it only has one of them, then it's green. Where if I have it like this, it'll show all the green items, even if they should be blue. Anyway. Easy to start, hard to master. Yeah. Nothing. Diablo 4, nothing to master. I mean, honestly, it's a good take. I agree. Let's see. I don't have any more. I have 1 shatter in there. Let's see if there's anything we really, really want. Like, why is this one green? Oh, because of the strength. Okay. Ooh, that one's actually pretty good. And then our sash. That's the one we already went through. 2-handed. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to add in the item type. Although we're not seeing here. I can here, this is what I was talking about. So why aren't these green anymore, though? I broke something. Oh, okay. So this then should filter out. Yeah, so that's going to filter out the, what was it? The wand. No, I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. Well, let's throw the items we want and then we won't axe. Sure, I'll do mace. I don't want to see any of the 2-handed stuff or any of those. There we go. Okay, that's better. Then we're not, because if we're picking up all the 2-handed, it's going to clog up our inventory more, which we don't want.
He's back. He's been quiet.
I messed with the loot filter too soon. I should have held off because we're still early enough that a lot of things are still going to be upgrades. Yeah, we need a nemesis with a really good rolled legendary. Literally, that could change the course of everything. Definitely gonna run Warcry. I know I'm still not married to Gathering Storms. But I feel like it's one of them that's just going to have such a slow ramp-up time. That strike area seems huge on it. Okay, do not do the skill tree while I'm right here. Hold on, pause, okay. Oh, there's another dude right here. Tempest Strike by default does have a mana cost. Okay, so Tempest Strike penetrates enemy physical resistance per active physical minion. Penetrates cold per minion. Cold. Okay, so we're not doing that. Tempest Strike, a melee combo attack that cycles through a cold strike, a physical strike, and a lightning strike that trigger Elemental Tempest spells. So our lightning is the one we're interested in. It's a Storm of Lightning Bolts. So let's see here, because there's a way that we can make Thunder Tempest happen more frequently, I believe. Tempest Strike can no longer cast Thunder. We wouldn't want that. Oh, this... Okay, you casted it the nearest Storm... Okay, I don't know if I want to do Storm Totem. We can make it so Tempest will shock. It deals more damage. Here you go. You have a chance to also cast Thunder Tempest when you attack with cold or physical strikes. So that's what we want. The melee hits grant you a stack of Gladiator of Lagon for 8 seconds, which grants you and your minions additional spell damage. This effect can trigger a maximum of 3 times per second. Does it stack? You now have a chance when you cast Tempest. Okay. We're going to have to look into this one a little bit more, I think. We'll wait till we're in a safer area. And then... I'll get rid of this one. Wow, that costs a buttload of mana. Holy crap. I wonder if we can get regen or mana gain on my Gathering Storm somehow. Don't need that. Get that out of here. Actually, it might have been decent. Whatever, we're leaving it.
Impossible.
So mana regen's massive. I think every build I've played lately has been like, I need heavy, heavy mana regen for. Boots. Now I kind of want to go look into this, into my Gathering Storms tree and see any way we can regain mana from it. But this skill is actually really crazy.
Terra watch over you.
I'm tempted to go down to LE Tools. I just don't know if I'm safe right here. We could. Here's what we're going to do. Oh, we're not even to Council Chambers yet. Let's get there first. And then we'll take a minute to dive in a little more to these trees. What? So melee and strength. For strength and okay, strength and attunement, same as this. I just wonder, is it better to balance the two, strength and attunement, or go into more of one? I guess it kind of depends on what you're doing. Like if you're kind of relying on more of the melee side of it, or... I feel like you're probably going to want to balance it a little bit. But then it, you know, it gets to the point too where I come up with this grand plan in my head, and then I'll find like a unique item, or, you know, maybe an affix that I just wasn't aware of or something, and then it changes everything. It's like a totally different... I love it. Keeps you thinking. I don't know if this side quest is even required. Yep, passive. Be a juicy shrine, be a juicy shrine. What did I do? I feel like I'm gonna have to go with Maelstrom too on this, honestly. Being up in that melee, dude. Yeah, my setup is better. Which is crazy. I guess dual wielding more stuff. That's what I usually do with my loot filter. So if I do the color setup that I was talking about, with the green, blue, yellow, red, and then what I'll do is I'll turn on emphasis for when they're exalted. So if they're all caps, I know they're exalted. So I actually have like 8 filters set up, and that's just for to start off. And then after that, once I get further into the end game and stuff, I'll literally come up with a filter for each item slot. And then as I find upgrades and stuff, and it becomes harder to actually find upgrades, I'll make it stricter and, you know, make it be only a certain amount of base item types or, you know, tier levels of the affixes, stuff like that, for each item slot. Makes finding loot a lot more exciting, I think. When you take it literally item slot by item slot like that. Maelstrom shots, I mean, it wouldn't hurt anything, I guess.
Impossible.
Yeah, we could do Maelstrom because with Gathering Storms, the way to auto-cast it, I believe, in the top left of the tree. That would actually synergize up really well with what I have planned here. I believe it's up here. Yeah, whenever you expend a storm stack, you have a chance to cast Maelstrom. Very low chance. 10% chance there at max. Melee damage on your equipped axe or mace. Where was I going with this one? This was, we were going over to Thunderous Storm. Melee damage leech, very tempting. Yeah, we're gonna go over into that. Alright, once we get to the council chambers, I'm gonna hop on LE Tools and map out my passive tree for the first 20 points. I already think I know what I'm gonna do. And then I want to look into potentially the Maelstrom ability here, but I might wait to do that till we're level 20. I can specialize into it.
Impossible.
I'm going over here, but we committed. We're in it now. Whoa! Oh, of course, it's an Acolyte offhand. Very first unique, and it's poo-poo for me. And it's character found, so it's not like I can even give it to my Acolyte. Oh, good though. It'll be pretty good. It'll be almost half the amount of gold I need for a Shattering Rune.
Impossible.
Worth it to me. I like how that frost part of this Tempest Strike auto target stuff.
You there, help me.
was a lot of mana. Holy balls. Definitely not as fast as my rogue was yesterday. Wow, my wolf shout cost 38. Man, I didn't realize it cost that much. We're getting rid of that. I wonder if I'm making the wrong choice. If I should go for something different. Melee.
See. What? Go on then.
And give me my monies. That's gonna be a good shatter.
The gods have long left this world.
Anything good? Come on, lightning. Crit chance and lightning damage. Let's go. I should go for the physical resistance instead. Let's do that. I'm playing it way safe.
Yes.
Alright. Buy one more of these bad boys.
Follow your feet.
Hitting damage and lightning res. So we're gonna go to where I'm not gonna shatter the item unless it has 2 affixes I actually need.
Follow your feet.
Yeah, I think that's the play there. We could craft if I wanted to. Alright, we're gonna put these points into the passive. The shock chance isn't really that important to me. Like, can we just get straight up damage? Oh, we can get mana cost reduction and attack speed. Damage in the area. And then your melee. So what I don't know is if that Tempest counts as a spell or not, or how that's all scaling. Minion, don't need that. If Tempest strikes, melee attack does not hit an enemy, you consume a stack of Lagon to cast a Tempest. Yeah, we'll just hold out on that last point then. Then over on our passives, we want health. Health, 1 point here. Then fully into leech. Forgot about the dual wield. Minion, we don't really want to scale off that. Then we can grab a little bit. That'll be our first 20 points, and then we can go into whatever we want. Part of me wonders if I can do a lightning, because there's like storm crows or something if I went with that whole thing. We'll see if we make it that far. I'm going to take a quick 5 here. I'll be back. I've been drinking too much water. If you're hanging out here with us live, I greatly appreciate it. Be back shortly. Alrighty. That's good. Wanted to look in while I was taking a leak. I was thinking about skill trees. And I want to look at Maelstrom real quick here. Well, maybe not. Maybe slowly. We'll see. I'm curious what lightning looks like with this. Okay. Power of the storms stack requirement is reduced. So while you have 6 or more stacks, you cast Stormbolt at nearby enemies each second. Okay. But how are we going to get 6 stacks? Because this actually might be good if we... We can get a bunch of stacks. Because here's kind of my plan. So if I go with my Tempest Strike, so this will be kind of like our mana spender, right? Big boy ability. And then when I'm out of mana, we're going to come over here until we regen. But while we're using this to regen, kind of our filler ability, we're also going to be generating stacks of Maelstrom. Now the problem here is going to be Maelstrom also has a mana cost associated with it. We're going to have to get mana cost reduction on that so that we're actually positively generating mana. Then on top of that, in order to be able to get 6 or more stacks, be able to get more storm bolts from Power of the Storm and the Maelstrom tree, you have to have 6 or more stacks. That's the thing here. Now we can reduce that by 1 per point. So we can get it so we only need 3 stacks. Which doesn't sound like that much. But as a safety net, I think it would be best to be able to have as many stacks as possible. Now, the way that Gathering Storm works is that when you hit an enemy, you will gain a storm stack. And then these stacks will be, you know, consumed over time, basically. So it's not just instant. So if you get like a buttload of stacks built up, and then while we're over here spending our mana, our stacks are still, you know, being consumed and firing off storm bolts, but also casting Maelstrom. And then as soon as our stacks are gone, boom, back. And then it's just kind of this back and forth here without ever having to manually cast Maelstrom. I think that could be really good. Now, can we pull it off and will that work? That's a whole different story, but that's kind of the theory I have going in my head right now. So that means over here on our Gathering Storm, this is going to look a little bit different here, because this one's not going to be really about mana unless we can get... Whenever you directly use Gathering Storm, you gain mana per active storm. So there's your mana regen right there. But let's not worry about lightning penetration. And then we don't want to consume any mana either. We don't want to increase the cost. So that's good there. The attack speed's great. These are your damage things that we don't necessarily... They're not bad. We just don't necessarily need them. And the other thing, too, is does this Storm Bolt count for these Storm Bolts? I don't know. I do not know. So let's put those into there. Gathering Storm has improved base crit chance per stack of Maelstrom on you. Okay, I don't know about that. Okay. Gathering Storm's melee attack deals damage in a larger area, and you have a chance to gain an additional stack if you hit at least 3 enemies. So that would give us more stacks potentially. So that means this. Okay, so that means this one. Because I'm thinking, originally when I started, I was like, this is going to be our main source of damage. But now that I'm looking at it with that whole thing I just talked about, I feel like, nah. Because if it was going to be, then we would want to come down to, where is it, here when we dual wield. But we're going to actually not even need that, really. So we could do a one-hander and shield, or we could do a two-handed. It really doesn't matter. We don't need to block ourselves into dual wielding. What do we have? Stack duration. We're definitely going to need that, so we can at least always have 3 stacks. Dodge chance. And that's where you're going to get your bolts. Reduced requirement. Storm bolt from the power node is cast at additional targets. That's huge. That's huge. And we can go into dodge if we wanted to. Deals more damage. It's doubled if you have at least 60 attunement. Mana efficiency is going to be the other important thing here. Put some more stacks gives you haste. Okay, so we can go into the haste and frenzy buffs. That'd be good too. Movement speed. Or do we want to not go into those and just go with more area? That's the other thing. We could go like that with it. I like that. I think that'll be a fun setup. Again, purely a theory. We'll see how far we actually get here with it. But hey, at least we kind of have a sense of direction and something to look forward to, I guess. Keep me interested. I guess we could change our title now. I guess, do we want to commit to Maelstrom? Or, I keep calling Tempest Strike Maelstrom. Tempest Strike. There we go. Our fate has been decided. Updated that. There we go. All right. That's going to be a lot going on if we can do that. Then, I mean, there's so many things too, like, you know, Maelstrom that we're going to be auto-casting won't even need to be on my bar, so we could just keep Fury Leap on there. Literally, that's what's awesome when you auto-cast. I don't think it needs to be on your bar unless they've changed that. Should get rid of this wolf companion. It just is too much freaking mana for what it's worth. We're gonna have to have melee attack speed, and I think you can roll that on weapon, glove, rings, maybe? I think. I don't have any shards. I'm too lazy to look on LA tools. Stick to that. I could pay attention to my shock stacks too. Make sure we're getting our 10 stacks up quickly. What am I thinking of? There's some class. Well, it must be Mage, where you, yeah, static charge or whatever, where when you're running around, you build up static and it shoots out lightning. I loved that. That was really fun for leveling. Did that on one of my, spell blades or something way back. I'm remembering. Nemesis. The Hammer of Lawrence. Not what we need. Not what we need. Not what we need. Yeah, the Scepter, I guess. Might, yeah. Yeah. We'll empower it. We'll empower it. Maybe I should have just banished it and fished for a better one, but... Yeah, if I were to redo this, I would have gone into the Maelstrom side sooner. Or two. Yes, we're good. We're not going to respec. We'll just roll it over there. Since I didn't mess up completely. Definitely a slower build than what I'm used to. Whoa. Those frozen noise. I don't know what I was getting stacks of. I'm really confused. Oh, the Gladiator Lagon. Oh, okay. What's that again? It's clearly for my Tempest Strike. I don't look right now, I'll die. From this. Additional spell damage, okay. That thing was stacking up crazy. So was I gonna go get down here for a chance to gain stacks instead of consuming them? That will be nice. That'll be nice. I'm just curious if there's what the maximum amount of stacks I can have is the Gladiator Lagon buff. This is going to be a build that has a lot of ramp up, but when it's fully ramped and if you can keep it up, it'll be good. Once we get our Gathering Storms over to where we're getting mana too from these stacks, oh, it's gonna be so good. It's down there, so. Wait a minute. You only benefit from up to 5 stacks. Okay. I thought it was making so I could only have 5 stacks. Right? Am I reading that right, or am I going to screw myself over? Yeah, that's right. And we'll go down to the mana node before we go to Maelstrom then. Get that stun. Interrupt them. Interrupt them. Stuns are great on this game. I don't do any damage. What have there's something I've missed. Okay, so if I were to redo this, I already know exactly how I do this now. Now that I'm thinking about it, mistakes were made, but it's all good. We'll get through it. We'll be up and running in no time. See, this is what happens. So I'll do one of these hardcore characters. And then as I'm playing, I'm thinking of all the things I'm going to do differently. And then I'll go make a softcore sometime, and I'll actually test my theory then in softcore. No problem with that. Think. Whoa. Well, we got to remember too, it is solo character found, so if we had access to all my crazy crafting shards, we'd probably be blasting this, to be honest. We'd probably have tier 3 lightning damage on most of my gear. Count as melee, okay. I mean, we killed it. Counts. Portal me there. Sometimes you have to actually do the waypoint. What are these? Lightning damage. Well, that's the other thing too, is I'm going insane amounts of health and leech. I haven't put many points really into the damaging stuff. I'll put some in there. Actually, I wasn't even going to go into that one because it's doubled if you have a minion, which I guess they wouldn't have a minion. Point back. Stick to the plan.
Yes.
Elemental damage leached his health. That seems really good. Damage over time. I wish lightning had a damage over time portion to it, but that one's pretty good for a shatter. I do have a rune of discovery as well. If we wanted to, we could do that on this ring. Hey, lightning damage. Okay. We don't have any. None of these would be good. Attunement. I can't put that on belt. Ooh, critical success. Nice. You don't see that very often. Lightning damage. Nice. Now, what other resistances do I need, though? Yeah, we'll leave it as is. You know what one affix is that I forgot to add into here is movement speed. Didn't put my armor in there either, did I? Oh my gosh. Get rid of this one, and then we're going to recolor that to blue with 2, and then we're going to add in resistances. And probably armor. I already went with all the health stuff. Okay, that'll be good. Okay, so, you know, might start seeing a little bit more items. Like, just add whatever to stay alive, right? 400 health, still low, still low. Man, I think my rogue was level 15 when I made it to the mastery choice. I'll hit your secret room. Gold, get out of here with that. I'll keep them, I'll keep them. Upheaval, I've never ran that one. That's the one that has something to do with the druid stuff, if I remember right. That's what Warriors is. Things that just keep spawning ads until they die. Here we go, the moment of truth. Need more mana. I can just get this mana fixed. I also don't have any really like lingering damage either. That's going to be the other thing too, with some sort of damage over time or something. I don't really know what I could work into that. Rune of Shattering, that's the equivalent to 2,000 gold laying there. More than I get from gold shrines. Ooh, shrine back there.
Impossible.
Stormvault shrine.
Impossible.
How nice. We gotta get the gas pedal down. I've already done 2 hours. I'm not even in the masteries yet. To be fair though, I've been doing a lot of theory crafting. One more, and then we can start going into that. It'll be game changer. Well, not game changer, just be awesome. All that lightning stacking up.
Where are you going?
Nemesis, we're gonna clear out the area and then we're gonna jump in there. Clear the perimeter. All right, here we go. Gotta look into the war cry as well, because that, if we can get like a bunch of stun duration or just something on there to get a little bit of breathing room in some of these fights. I looked into it on my druid a little bit. I think you can get armor shred on there for sure. Oh, we need to throw mana regen into our filter as well. Do mana and mana regen. Mana regen, increased mana, spell damage, reduced cost. I'm not worried about ward. Blue with 2 affixes. Distances. Very important stat. Scared. There's a lot of monsters on my screen. shrine over that way too. Nice. That's the Croat one. That might be good. I'm gonna sell out that. I'd rather have the gold. Reflective Shrine. Grab this other shrine and then we'll go back in there and actually fight him. Lightning's working. I'm gonna die to that. I can't remember where I'm going next in the passive tree. We'll look at it in a minute. Health and strength. I should have grabbed those. Good map, good map, good map. I put a point into that again. I've already spec'd out of it. Well, low health, you take less damage and deal more melee damage. Additionally, when damage leaves you at low health, you gain these benefits for 5 seconds if you weren't already at low health. Oh. I actually want that resistance, and then we could start going into that damage reduction thing. Until I just don't know. I still haven't decided on mastery what I'm going to do yet. There's so many, like, there's literally so many choices. It's crazy. Overwhelming. It doesn't matter a lot. Like, it really doesn't matter a lot in the campaign. It's like, just get through it. Here we go. This is always a fun fight. Another checkpoint test. Bet you that's an upgrade. Oh no, that one had fire resistance. Keep the one I had. For this boss, at least. Hide rares. Or, not whatever the blue. Those two blues are too hard to tell apart. My old man eyes. And in the fire, right? That's the strategy. Gives you a damage buff. It's not true. It's not true. Don't do it. Normal and magic and rare. Oh, I do not like the exiled mages. I just find them so annoying. We're gonna fight them anyway. We gotta get that. We should have gone for that mana regen node first. This would be a totally different setup right now if we would have. And I guess I know I was talking about the damage that kind of persists. That'll be our Maelstrom that will take care of that. Once we get that up and running. We're gonna go for the mana first before we go into Maelstrom.
Possible. Possible. Possible.
That was a lot of damage. Literally one more level on Gathering Storm, dude. Oh, man. I feel like my hammer, I feel like all my other builds, I feel like this one's kind of definitely on the slower end. But I don't know if it's just the build or if it's because I don't have as strong a gear since we're playing the solo bound. Or character bound or whatever. I want to say it's the crafting thing, but I'm not so sure. Not the skill we needed, but we'll take it. Okay, oh yeah, no, this is the Thunderous Storm, okay. Probably gonna get up to 40% chance, we'll take it. Another Nemesis. Increased damage. What a modifier. What a modifier. Alright. What tier is that? All right, here we go. I don't like this Nemesis, but here we go. I'm not casting Maelstrom anymore. We're just gonna spam Tempest Strike when I have full mana. I believe Maelstrom, that's the other thing I'm going to have to consider too. I don't think it skills at all off melee. I think it's all spell. Which would be another reason why scepters would be decent. Especially since we're going out of that. No, I'm not going out of that scaling node that needs axes or maces. There was the scepter. Let's see if it's an upgrade. 151, 168. A very, very, very minor upgrade. But that's cold spell. Oh, it does go off damage over time. Interesting. What was it? Oh, I was going to make Maelstrom cast the Storm Bolt. That's right. Hands to shock on hit, of course. This is really good. Ah. What a letdown. Should have just re-rolled the Nemesis. I shouldn't have followed it all the way. Oh, it was a minor upgrade. It was a minor upgrade. It was alright. Cool with it.
Stay back.
Oh, nice. Didn't. Well, you can interrupt it, but they're just going to spam it immediately after anyway, so. That's nothing I can do at that point. We need some ranged. You just have to sit there and watch. That feels really bad. Interrupt that. Like some emotes or something. Let me dance or something while I'm waiting for some of these. Alright, now we can go to the timeline and see how much XP we get. What was it though? We were talking about on Discord a little bit. It was if you go to the higher level ones, supposedly you get more XP. Oh, I can't waypoint to it. They aren't unlocked. Oh, well, there goes that.
You see malicious? He might be found enough to...
So we're level 17. Let's see what we jump up to. I got 7 levels last night from this. no bonus XP. What?
What sorcery is this?
Confused. I'm not going in there. I'm tempted. Let's see if that'll give me the bonus XP if I go in there. Alright. We're not going to kill anything. We're going to port out immediately. Why am I not getting bonus XP? What in the world, game? Maybe you got to be far enough in the campaign and then you go in there and get the bonus XP? I don't know. I feel like it was a bug. Better port me out of here before I get jumped and killed.
Terror. What sorcery is this?
Forgot I had my sweatband on this thing. Tied on here. Thought I was going to need it today, but instead it was cold and rainy. Alright, what'd we get? A bunch of crapola. Shatters. So we have 8 shatters. So we're gonna have to decide what's actually worth shattering. Back. I already gonna sell that. So I have 8. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to just throw these into the shatter tab. Because these blue ones, that means they have 2 or more affixes we actually need, which means these would obviously be higher value for shattering as well. Ooh, 42, so 10 more armor. A lot. I mean, 52 armor seems like a lot. Might shatter that one though. Ooh. Very tempting. With the health, that'll be a shatter. This one might be... Nah. Necrotic damage, get out of here. Gun fire resistant. Health regen. This one might. I don't have freeze rate guards to reroll that. going to sell them. I actually like the elemental resistance on the unique ones I have.
Take care.
And these two are shatters. Come into here. Oh, lightning, melee lightning damage, melee attack speed. Good enough. That'll give us a little bit more for crafting things. May be able to... hold on to that. Movement and health regen. Very tempting. This one has health and mana regen act. I don't think I have any discovery room. I do actually. Let's use that on there, see if it rolls anything good. I don't know if it's worth giving up the health for. Nice! No way. Oh, it actually rolled crit avoidance? You don't see that on low-level gear. Cool, dude. I'm gonna call that an upgrade. Minion stuff sucks. Did I get any? I don't have any potential, but it's good enough for now. I don't think gambling is really that good to do early on. I don't even think I can afford it. Alright, now is going to be the time we choose our mastery. What should we go? What should we go? I mean, I feel like with lightning, we've kind of, you know, like, thematically or whatever, I feel like would be shaman, but I feel like I'm interested in the beast mastery trees to see if we could make like a lightning minion. I don't know. I don't really want to go minions though.
Some of them were strong, and their power can be absorbed, given a new home.
We could try like Spriggan. My stuff with the whole shape-shifting stuff with Druid. When you shape-shift, you get a whole different set of skills, which is cool, because some of them actually scale off the tree for that deal or whatever.
I've become adept at guiding the shades that flow here.
Spirit Thorns, Thorn Shield, Summon Bind, Summon Healing Totem. We're gonna go with Gathering Storms. Yeah, some of them you can, I think it's in the Maelstrom tree, you can actually cast it on allies. I think. Maybe not. Maybe that only works on Bear. I thought you could put it on any of your allies. Maybe they've changed. They've changed. No, I don't know. I know for a fact you can do it somehow. Right here, you can choose to cast Maelstrom on your minions instead of yourself. Yep, right there. So, like, if you think about that, like, if you got a massive army and you're just putting Maelstrom all over them too, or yeah. Okay, okay. So if we're going to go with Gathering Storm, Tempest Strike, Maelstrom, I'm thinking about Warcry for utility. That gives us 1 extra skill slot. So Beastmaster is going to be more of your minion stuff. Shaman is going to be that... totems and caster. Okay, now Frenzy Totem. You have to go... Oh, you do have to spec into Beastmaster for that. Because that's what gives you Frenzy. Which is really... I mean, I don't know what my 5th skill would be unless we, you know, did a shape-shifting thing. Like that. We could do... Because we could do the Storm Totem, which would then stack up with our Thunder Tempest, which I feel like would be... We're running Thunder Tempest. We might as well do our Storm Totem as well. So that'd be my argument for Shaman. Then I feel like I'm just giving in. Whatever, we're gonna go Shaman, that's it.
If I then close your eyes and focus on the potential you wish to...
Oh no though, look at this one. You and your minions deal 50% increased melee damage. Oh, do I want to go Shaman? Imagine if I had the wheel and it literally it picked my mastery for me and then, oh my, that'd be crazy. I should do that one of these days. Call like the extreme wheel of fate, something like that. Gathering Storm. Write this down over for you. Gathering Storm, Tempest Strike, Maelstrom. We could still technically have Warcry, because Maelstrom is going to be auto-cast. And then... the next one, let's see. Your minions penetrate lightning, that'd be good. You and your totems have additional armor while you have an active totem, and you have increased mana regen as well. Ooh. What I'm talking about. Oh yeah, we gotta convert this over to Shaman. Actually, we get Storm Totem by default, so I don't even need to put points into that quite yet. And then, what was the 5th skill? I was thinking the Warcry. Unless we can somehow auto-cast something else. Let's not worry about our 5th skill for right now. Keep it like that and keep going here.
Still human. That strength will be necessary if hard.
That's what I love about this game. So I'll go to bed. So I go to bed at night. Like when I'm like just crazy into the game, right? So I'll go to bed. And I'll lay there and I'll be like thinking of the things that I saw but kind of wrote off. Like missed opportunities for my build, whatever. And then like I legitimately lose sleep over thinking about my build. It's really crazy. I mean, maybe that's a sign of addiction, but man, it's like I'll even sometimes bust out my phone like 2:30 in the morning and start writing down my ideas. The problem is finding the time to actually play and try out the ideas. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got another vote. Someone voted for... We're tied. What level will I make it to? Your options are not even 20. We're almost there. 20, 40, or 60 plus. 40 and 60 plus are tied. Hey, at least the top 2 options are tied. I'm cool with that. cool with that. I can't believe I didn't get my bonus XP. I'm really sad about that. I wonder what's up with that. Too tired to solve problems, can't sleep. Yep. 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 It's kind of a depressing, vicious cycle when we put it that way, isn't it? It's true, though. Yeah, yeah. Not only for video games. I'm almost just thinking, like, I mean, I'm just running around spamming Gathering Storm right now. Not that bad. One more point in there. Oh, it feels so much better to use. Oh, man.
Impossible. Impossible.
The mana regen. I should probably just put my totem on there. Don't die while I'm switching skills. I know I said I wasn't. This is not really a totem build, alright? It's not really a totem build, so it's more of the Tempest Strike build, alright? Yeah, I'm not using totems. I should be more, when I say that, I should be more specific. I'm not going to use the Thorn totems from the beginning, like I always do. That's what I need to start saying. So then we got to decide what's the point in Storm totems. It primarily, I guess, primarily is a conduit for our Tempest that we're going to be casting. And also mana regen buffs, armor buffs, and so on. It's not really going to be... I mean, we could go into damage for it, but we're not going to give up other stats. What I'm trying to say is, like, we're not going to go into minion damage, minion lightning damage, and so on. Since, you know, we're not doing a full minion build. Literally, Storm Totem's just there for utility. For now. I think things will change as we keep progressing.
Impossible. Impossible.
I walked all that way for nothing. The one time I try to take a different route from what I normally take, and it is the world's biggest dead end.
Impossible.
Why never go down that way? Those.
Impossible.
Crits feel so freaking good. That's the other thing we need to work into is crits. I should add that into the filter.
Impossible.
I do that when I'm not in the middle of the map.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Crit, 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 crit. We won't crit chance and crit multi, melee crit chance. Crit multi and crit chance. So that's actually 3 different affixes. Well, I guess we won't spell as well, I guess. Hey, that rhymed. Eminem played last Epoch. Spell as well. I didn't have any of the spell stuff in there. This is why I usually don't make a loot filter this early on, but unless I know like 100%. Missing one in there, I believe.
The cultists had a philosophy.
That chapter 3. Chapter 3. Here we go. It took me about 3 hours to get through. That's crazy. 2.5. 2.5 to be exact.
Impossible.
Not of actual gameplay though. Like I've actually spent some time thinking about my build and whatnot. So
Impossible.
that's always my excuse. Makes me feel better. Uh-oh, first champion. Oh, thank goodness it's a rat, not a wolf. Then does that mean I'm going to get to a point with my mana where I won't even need to cast Gathering Storm, though? But I think we could probably get to that point. I guess it just depends. I can already pretty much... Oh no, we're not in the positive yet. I think I am in combat though, because when my lightning bolts are... Grab that yet. Decisions. I know you can go into the Fury Leap and have that cast lightning while you're leaping through the air. I think, maybe that's one that I dreamt, but I'm pretty sure you can do that. Since we're doing a lightning build. That could be our 5th skill. Keep those shock stacks up. And then just not even spec into Warcry and just use it for the quick, like the flash stun if we need to get away type deal. I like that idea. Whoa! A little bit different than what I was thinking. That was a little bit stressful. Ooh, Rune of Ascendance. I don't even know what we need for this build. Just kind of ROA a random item. I'm not going to do that. I should probably look into what uniques I would need. I'm gambling for the right stuff. Casting a totem is very annoying. You just gotta get in the habit of it. Cannot neglect our defenses. Ooh, finally get our mana node here. This is what we should have gone for from the beginning. It's only a 1-point node too, and I'm not. I guess it's noticeable. I think it's 20, so I can at least be level 20. There it is, baby. Now, do we want to specialize in the Maelstrom or Storm Totem? Maelstrom it is. And we're used to not even be able to respec these. Or you could, we'd have to re-level them all the way up. Where was I going with this? Stormbolt thing, that's right. Yeah, Stormbolts. I wonder if that's going to scale our mana regen or not. Well, it actually won't work right now because I don't have it on for my Gathering Storm yet. We need like 5 more levels on that for it'll even work. The extra Storm Bolts. Maybe I should have gone into Storm Totem first. I think I'm gonna respec it. I really don't want to manually cast it, so. Shock chance. Give increased move speed if Storm Totem hit a shocked enemy in the last 4 seconds. I like that, actually. Wow. You deal increased lightning damage if Storm Totem hit a shocked enemy recently. Wow, okay. A full-on utility, then. No, not bad. Level 20, let's go. Now, if you vote not even 20, then I don't know what to tell you. We already checked that off the old list. Yo, there it is. I owe you 2 of them. I got you the other day. Perfect timing. I'm surprised you didn't wait to remind me when I'm in the middle of a boss fight or something. Oh, happy Friday, dude. Thank you for the tip. Let's get the beard combing going. Man, I need it. I feel like I'm like just so honed in on this build right now. I'm literally thinking of like so many different ways that we can take this build right now. It's like, whoa. Let's take a minute and comb the beard. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Here's the old beard combing, and we'll get back to Latin Lover one of these. What do you guys think of the beard? Do you think it's too long? Do you think my beard's too long? Should I trim it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I need a good combing. Got to Diablo 4 endgame and still bored. Last Epoch time, man. Last Epoch's in a great spot. Gotta get our Latin love back. But I think the beard... I think my wife thinks the beard's too long, but she doesn't want to tell me, because last time she told me the beard was too long, I was like, well, I'm gonna keep growing it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Thinking about getting like introducing some heat into the beard regimen. Ah. Hit it with the beard brush, polish it out. Beards are a lot of work, actually. I was thinking about shaving it, because it is a lot of work, I feel like. Oh, the brush feels so nice on it. Oh, so you can grow it then, but then you got to shave it immediately after. Then you get the opportunity. Someday, man. There you go. There's the beard combing. And brushing. And brushing. Yeah, I gotta get back to the old music, though, for sure. That'll spice it up. If you're new around these parts, the beard combings were original. I mean, those were from back in, what, 6 years ago when we first started? And I originally had it set up that whenever someone would subscribe or gift a sub or anything, I would comb the beard. And one of my good friends was like, dude, you're going to have to limit that because you're going to damage your beard combing it that much when you blow up one of these days. So once a stream, we got to tame the mane. All right, let's go. Let's go. Save it right when you get back to port. Oh, man. You're like, all that work of growing for nothing. That does suck. One day, though. One day. You'll be able to grow it forever. Forever. And you'll be able to do like there's a meme or something where the guy's beard's so long he's got it up over his face like a mask. That's what I want to be able to do. Melee damage and attack speed. That's pretty good. I just don't know which one's really better. You know, because we can get... The prefixes are really actually a sought-after affix slot now that I think about it. This is a pretty good shatter. None of these... They're really not worth selling, y'all. Like, I should just be dropping them on the floor. Ooh. damage. Actually, I should have kept a hold of that lightning damage. I might buy that one back. And that was poison resistance, whatever. Whatevs. 4 of them. We have an ROA as well. We could figure out, I don't know what to try to ascend. Whole piece of gear to try to ascend. Yeah, let's check it out. Yo, the stash. Let's go. You got the full-on porn stash, dude. Oh, that's so awesome. I wish my mustache game was better. That's one thing I wish. That's awesome. Yeah, the mustache. I don't know, man. I don't know what the trick is, but it's always getting in my mouth, dude. We got a sub sandwiches for lunch, and I bit into the thing, and my mustache isn't even that big, right? Like, look, my mustache really isn't that big. We got sub sandwiches for lunch. So my mustache isn't really that big. And I bit into the thing, and my mustache went in my mouth, and I bit my mustache, dude. It hurts so bad. Like, what do I gotta do? I gotta get some clippies or something, man. I don't know. Maybe some wax. Like, I use the beard balm on there, but it doesn't really hold it in place out of my mouth. Alright, though. So I had a little sandwich hair, you know. It was a little extra. That was good, dude. Gonna get out the toothpick, get the wires out. Literally, I was like, oh, my wife's like, what? I'm like, nothing, we're good. Hold a muscle. And like, I bit my mustache. That's weird. I think that's actually what I said was I bit my mustache. Ah, I see. Two-handed, that's a mace. Those boots, whoa, let's not die right here. We are playing hardcore right now. We are playing solo character found. So the gear I get is only for this character. I cannot trade it around on my account or anything like that. Increased cooldown. Oh, Fury. Ooh. See if we can make those into a nice legendary. I'm trying a really weird build. I don't know. We'll find out if it's good. We'll find out. But basically what we're going to be doing is dumping our mana into Tempest Strike, which is going to be casting these lightning storms that we're seeing. Those lightning storms are also going to cast off my totems, and then when we're out of mana, we're going to use our Gathering Storms to regen. But on top of that, in doing so, we'll be putting Maelstrom stacks up on myself. Then the Maelstrom stacks do a bunch of other crap. They summon more Storm Bolts. This is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be a walking storm, dude. I'm gonna be a walking storm. That's it. It's gonna be electrifying. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I'm jealous of the stash. I wish I could grow a porn stash like that. It'd be... The last time I grew a beard, I went for a whole year. And I shaved, when I went to shave after a year, I shaved off the whole beard and just left the stash. And it was a tiny stash, and I had some stubble. I looked like someone, it looked more like a mugshot for a creeper than really anything. It was pretty bad. And I worked at the middle school at the time, so I immediately got rid of that. And then, yeah, I went in there. After having a beard fro for a year, and then you go in clean shaved. I don't even think half the people recognized me when I went back to work that next day. It was a good journey. Good journey. But I learned my lesson. That was probably... That was before I became a stay-at-home dad, so that was probably 8 years ago. Maybe even longer than that. And what I learned from that is never shave the beard completely off. Never do it. Not at this age. And I haven't since then. I've never shaved it all the way off since then. And it's only the beginning. It's getting to the point, though, where it's more maintenance than I want it to be. Let's see, that's all we needed in this area, I believe. Back to the cultist camp. Whoa! You can raid last Epoch. Uninstall D4. Log into LE. You must do it. Play last Epoch. Is it working? That's my hypnosis. It's out there.
Who are you? Go on!
For real, the game's frickin'... Dude, it's so Last Epoch's so fun, man. It's like an actual hack and slash. Like, you actually can just blast through stuff. It's really, really fun. And you get so much gear, and the gear's exciting. It's like, oh, it's the best. And when you get to the end game and you have like a clear set of what you should be working on, you're not just roaming around like a weird like world or some, you know, map system where you're like, okay, I just got to go up in tiers, or I got to, you know, whatever. Like, it's like, kill these bosses and then you can fight this massive boss, and it's right there. Like, you can actually see it. You don't have to guess what you got to do. It's really awesome. Then on top of that, all the maps have so many different things you can do in them. Nemesis, shrines, exiled mages. Oh yeah, we're going to do this side quest here. Don't know if it gives us a passive point or not. It does not, but we're going to do it anyway. XP and gold. I don't know. I feel like this build I'm running it's going to have, I feel like it's going to be a little bit very gear intense, I think. Yeah. Ooh, what do we get there? Dodge rating for hit recently. Dex, movement speed. Less damage taken while moving. I don't know about that. There's Tornado. Still deciding our 5th skill. I'm pretty much leaning towards... let's go into this. Lightning damage buff. That's going to be 45% more lightning damage there. Or increased, I guess, not more. They mean different things. But that means I have to actually keep Storm Totem up there, which is a whole nother thing I got to try to get used to. If I can get, surely I can get duration on it. We don't need that. There's the other one way down there. I think I need, what is it, one more point to get, oh, more chances for that Lightning Tempest. And I want to figure out this too on my passive. I don't want to look at it right now because I'll die. I'm going to look at it anyway. Oh, okay, so it's just an active totem. I don't have to be in proximity to it. That's awesome. I think you can get like cast speed with totems too. Not that it's that big of a deal, but it would help. Need to put that point in. Oh man. One more in there for a 40% chance for our Tempest. A little stun on there, get a breathing room. Juke maneuvered me. Drop the totem. Void Prophet. I saw him come. Let me kill ya. Yeah, not today, bud. Trying to ambush me. I saw him coming from all the way down there. Go vote on our YouTube poll if you haven't yet. We're tied for what level am I going to make it to? Not even 20, which I already have, so don't vote for that one, obviously. Told you at the beginning not to vote for that one, because I'll do it. Or do you think level 20? Meaning, you know, 20, 40, or level 60 or higher. And the top two are tied. That means y'all got a little bit of faith in me. That's great. I figured it's going to be like 100%. Not even 20. 20's, yeah. I'm surprised. I really haven't had, I think I had one, maybe two close calls where it was in the, I'm trying to remember what mob it was. It was some void monsters. Oh, it was an elite, and the modifier on it literally was more damage. One hit was like 80% of my health. Will do, man. Thanks again for the beard combing and the tips and all the love and support, man. You have a good night. Enjoy the weekend. It's gonna be a good one. I got my new weed eater coming tomorrow. Gonna finish my lawn work. It'll be so fun. Hopefully the battery's not charged. Doesn't come charged and I have to charge it, so I have an excuse to wait longer. Get them. You know what this lightning build is kind of reminding me of a Diablo 3. There was a hammer that you could get. I can't remember the name of it, but it was just, it would shoot out mad lightning bolts. Kind of what this reminded me of. Get over here. Bam. See if I can stun the beam. Nice. Later, bro. Have a good one. Another nemesis. Let's see. This will be our second one. Okay, so we won't pull the legendary yet. Hopefully legendary is what we're looking at anyway. Gonna get that in power. I'm actually using Fury Leap, so... Whoa! Make sure we keep our totem up. I think this build's actually going to come together, I think, pretty nice. More mana, more mana. It's lame because if I go, like, if I hit the button for my totem and I cast another ability before it, I actually place the totem, it interrupts it. It's kind of a weird thing to get used to. Need stuns to follow up that interrupt though, man. This feels pointless. You interrupt it and they immediately cast it anyway. Jeez. Back to the camp. A weird quest line. It's literally just camp. Quest camp. Chance to cast Storm Bolt when hit. So I think we're gonna go 8, and we can get more buffs there. I don't really care about totem damage. I'm wondering if endurance should be one of my defenses. I feel like it probably should. Lightning damage and lightning resistance. It's basically 50% more lightning. Increased stun chance. You have additional endurance. This one's exclusively spell, which is fine because we're doing storm bolts. We're gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go so far into it that then I forget when I look at it next. Lightning damage.
Farewell.
Okay, I'm gonna take another leak here. Hydrate. Take a leak, and then we'll be back. About another 45 minutes here. Let's see what level we can get to. I'll be back here. If you're hanging out here with us live, greatly appreciate it. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Time me. That was like 2 minutes. Pretty accurate on that. Pretty darn accurate. All right. Make this count. We got about a half hour. And I got to get carry the twins to their beds, which is like a full workout. All right, here we go. Oh, we got another vote in. Someone doesn't think I'll make it to 60? Oh my goodness. No, I got to make it to 60. Send me the power.
Impossible.
Go vote in our YouTube poll if you haven't yet. What level do you think I'll make it to? Go over there and let us know what you think. If you say not even 20, you're wrong, because I'm already past that. The interrupt thing is so stupid. Get another totem out. Wow, that boss felt nice compared to some of the earlier ones. Coming together. We grabbed our mana. We're going up here for the Maelstrom next. Next, one more level. All right. Grab that. We're going to go up here. I always clear this dungeon first, and then we'll do the Time Rift, and then go on through the map. A bit scary with that slam. Yeah, you can definitely see the mana jump when those bolts hit. Feels nice. Feels nice. Got that. So basically that boss, I mean, that's kind of what we're going to have our kind of our rotation looking like, really. And then that'll be maintaining our Tempests, Maelstrom stacks once we have that unlocked, and our Storm Bolts, hopefully, in theory. In theory. We'll see how it all plays out. Because then it becomes a thing of, well, why don't I just heavy mana regen stack, and then we don't even need Gathering Storm. But for the whole thing to work, we do need all three of those. I'll work in there. All in theory. All in theory, of course. We're yet to test it. We'll see if when we get going here, and hopefully we don't ever die, but if we do happen to die, we'll see if it's fun enough to try it out on softcore. But we're going to make it to probably level 100 on here, so. Probably past level. We're just going to grind forever. What's going on right now, but I'm taking a buttload of damage. Oh, poison. I swear they made poison. Before you could just avoid the ground AoEs or whatever, but now it's actually ticks on you. You actually need that resistance. Unless you got a good cleansing setup. Gonna be our legendary. Whoa! 100 health. Totem, there we go. Engaging fight. Wow. What's this do? It's killing me. Let me look at my new toy. 100 health. Another evade charge. Cooldown recovery for evade. Increase cooldown recovery for Fury Leap. Haste after you evade. Haste after you use traversal. And haste effect. But the big thing is that legendary affix on there. That health. It's insane. I want to get at least 1k health ASAP. Alright, cool. That was good. That was a good nemesis. This one's 21. I'm going to just blast through this one. Just gonna send it.
Impossible.
Now the haste gives me even more movement speed, which is crazy. Shrine up there, we gotta get that. Not the shrine I was wanting. I don't know if that was where I gotta go or if I gotta go all the way back to the chambers. That one. Oh, we got another point. Nice, nice, nice.
May I turn a smile upon you? Farewell.
Yeah, idols. I need to figure out what we're doing with those. What do we got? So we got our physical resistance. We could work in cold. This one, poison resistance. Nice. I actually need that. Totem armor, damage over time. Don't need that at all. The dodge ones that are trash. Shatters. Which I only have 3 of.
Yes?
Yeah, not gonna waste them then. Pretty good. Very, very slight upgrade.
Follow your feet.
These are going to be your at least 2 affixes that we're looking for. Not even sure why that one was in there. Mana regen, void, and poison. We're gonna actually use that one. It's gonna be really hard to it's gonna be hard to replace my boots. 194 armor. Wow. Is it better though? That's the question. I mean, armor-wise, it is for sure. Wow. All right, find the Temple of Atera. Ooh, that'll be good. That'll be good timing. Be able to get through that into the chapter 4. Love this one. Dude, the movement speed is insane right now. With these boots. It's gonna get me into trouble though, I think. Definitely gonna get me into trouble. I remember if those shred or did bleed. It looked like bleed. Let's see if we can interrupt the breath here. Oh, I wasted it. Half a second too soon. Yep. Good stuff, man. All right. We could go back, grab that passive point, but we're just going to push on here, I think.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Run! I always run through this part. I don't know why. Ooh. Like, not this time, you're not. Blown up by those. Give you something good. Take the meteors. Should... actually, this isn't where we fight the boss. The meteors would give me to that boss, right? Another lizard. Sure, we'll just empower it. Go. It looked like it had a nice Primalist base in there. I didn't even look. I should have probably looked at the stats, but nah. Whatever. Keep our totems out. Okay, I was a whole map ahead of myself. I thought the last map was this map. Here we are. The war cry interrupt really is not good. We're not going to be using that. I think we can definitely get more utility out of something else, so. Ooh. Missed my loot.
In the spirits, eternal. We left this place long ago.
Oh, where was I going here? That's right, lightning damage buff. And then we want to get up here to this Maelstrom. One more level on that and we can unlock that and see how the Maelstrom feels. Like if it's auto-casting enough to always have 3 stacks, that's going to be... Don't know if it'll be enough. Chance, what do we got up here? Fireball with the champion. These little baby ads first. It was nice when your build works. Alright, so let's look at what we're actually going for here. Strength, resistance, reflect, and a health regen. Yeah, we'll empower it. That book, that relic might be okay. I don't know. Not usually one I go for, but... maybe this empowerment will give it some extra crap. Okay, so we've got to get... oh, we're getting ahead of myself again. This is actually pretty fun. I was a little bit disappointed when it landed on Primalist. I mean, I was chill with it because, like, I like Primalist, one of my favorite classes. I was really hoping for Acolyte or Mage. But this is actually turned out to be more fun than I thought it'd be. Totem drops, and then we'll refresh there. I wish there was like a benefit of going, or like you could even go beyond 10 shock stacks or whatever, because it doesn't provide any damage over time. It just shreds their whatever, which gives you more damage, but it's not actually ticking or anything like that. That's why it feels a little flat. But hopefully Maelstrom will help out with that. We're just going to go more into the spell damage stuff, which is going to be weird to adapt to. We can do it. Storm Totem has additional spell lightning damage based on your shock chance and chance to shock. Slow. Could just go mana efficiency, I guess. I don't know. We could go into it and just crank up the damage it does. I mean, that wouldn't be a terrible idea, I guess. I was just using it more for the utility, but all right, we got about 5 or 10 minutes. Let's see if we can make it through the temple. Oh no, champion with all this? Oof. We gotta kill him. Is this a bad decision? Whatever, dude. Got nothing on me. How you do that? That's how you do it. That's how it's done.
Greetings. Do not dwell on regrets.
I think we might have enough time to actually kill the boss in there, maybe.
Impossible.
Go. Let me in. Oh, that's dead end. Rip. I'm doing those void blasts. Glyph of hope. Yes, please.
Possible.
Did not see the second one back there. I'm going to be honest. That caught me off guard there. The minion offhand rip. Wizard, what's up? Ain't dying. Loot it. All right, here we go. Blasting. Love it. What's up? How you doing, Octor? That it does, that it does. Is it that bad? See how long we can last in hardcore. That is the challenge. I didn't even know what I was playing until tonight. My son helped me decide what class. By that I mean I spun the wheel and he told me when to pause it. We got Primalist. I still think doing like a full just RNG run, like it chooses what skill, what mastery, I think that'd be hilarious. Could be an interesting challenge for sure. Oh. Cool. I mean, we're cranking. It's doing pretty good. It's definitely not as fast as the other builds I've ran. Working. Alright, what are we on to now? Chapter 4? Something like that? Oh, here we go. We can see how many stacks of Maelstrom I can actually get up here. I'm going to test it real quick.
I believe seek out the outcast.
Without dying. Without dying. %of y'all think I'm going to make it to level 40. That's pretty ambitious. I mean, that, to be honest, that's a pretty safe bet. I mean, my last hardcore, I made it to 46, so... Pretty safe guess.
Yes. Stay safe. I see.
I feel like what's gonna end up happening to me is I'm gonna go way too much into all these mechanics that I'm trying to work into this. I'm going to forget about my defenses and then get screwed over and die. 100%, that's what's going to happen. Forget about defenses. Always what it is, and then I'll get one shot. I'm like, oh, well, let's figure out resistances real quick. But yeah, hardcore would be too late to do that, so. All right, I'm just going to test this real quick here to see if Gathering Storms will actually stack up enough Maelstrom. We need to get 3 stacks all the time, pretty much. I don't know if it's going to be enough. One stack. Even with that extra point, I don't know if it'll be enough. I bet I'll... Oh, there's 2. Yeah, I think we'll be able to ramp it up enough. I think it'll work. I think it's going to end up being all right. Problem is going to be actually using the Gathering Storms during that little bit of time. And then also making Maelstrom actually do any sort of damage. I haven't been working on scaling that at all. Alright, cool. Good stuff. It's almost 10 o'clock though, unfortunately. God, this was a good almost 4 hours. It's going to wrap it up for the last Epoch. Solo character found hardcore. This is run number 2 now. The first one we did the Void Knight. And then this one we landed on the Primalist. We're trying to get a Tempest Strike set up with Gathering Storms. And then also work in Maelstrom. And then on top of all that, we're going to have the Storm Bolts going. I think it could ramp up to be a pretty fun build. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how far we can keep pushing this thing. I am going to park this character, though, and this will be saved for the next stream. You can come on out and see what level we're going to make it to. So I don't die while I'm, being a dad during the day. And when the kids need something, I AFK and don't come back to a dead character. Yeah, that's no good. I've had that happen. But that is going to wrap it up. Let's see if there's anyone we want to raid. Which... Nope. I don't want to raid. Wrap it up. If y'all hung out here with us live, I greatly appreciate it. We had Trevor, Patrick come out and say hello over on the YouTube stream. It was good to see you guys. We had Squid come out again, show his amazing support, and claim the beard combing of the stream as well. We got to hang out with Gravin, giving me some ultra wide screen advice that I can leap further. I love my curved monitor. I wish I could stream in the 4K or whatever. Diz came out and asked, what was it? Oh, bragging about his Warlock that I want to play. That's right. And Day of Exile is good to see you too. And good to see you as well, Hawkthorn. Hopefully y'all have a great weekend. Next planned stream is Monday. We are streaming Monday, Thursday, and Friday nights. Those are my nights away and my time to just game and zone out. And it really is very, very awesome for me, and I love the time. So if you're out here hanging out with us live, greatly appreciate it. If you watch the replay on YouTube, thank you as well. And congratulations, you listened to me talk about video games for nearly 4 hours. If you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, go ahead and do so if you think I've earned it. Y'all have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you guys in the next live stream or video. Peace.